Dear learners, in this video, we are going to learn about few tags in HTML like the heading tag, paragraph, and some other basic tags. First, we will learn about the heading tag. The HTML heading tag is used to define the headings of a page. There are 6 levels of headings defined by HTML. The 6 heading elements are H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. With H1 being the highest level and H6 being the least. H1 is used for the main heading, H2 is used for subheadings, and so on. H6 for the small headings. Search engines use headings for indexing the structure and organizing the content of the web page. Headings are used for highlighting important topics. They provide valuable information and tell us about the structure of the document. Let us see the example on how the heading works. Now on the left hand side, you can see a sample program where we have displayed heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, 5 and 6 using different sizes from H1 to H6. On the right hand side, you can see the different sizes according to the tags is displayed. The next topic we are going to see is about the comments. HTML comments are used to insert comments in a HTML code. It is a good practice of coding so that the coder and the reader can get help to understand the code. It is a simple piece of code that is wiped off by web browser. That is, it will not be displayed by the web browsers in your output. There are different types of comments available in HTML. A single line comment and multi-line comment. First, we will see about a single line comment. A single line comment is given inside the angle bracket followed by a quotation mark, then the comment and followed by the closing tag. Now we can see the example of a single line comment. In this program, we have displayed Welcome to SJC in a heading tag H1, and on top of that there is a comment given. This is the heading tag. It won't be displayed by the browser. So this is the comment, and the second comment is this is a single line comment. It won't be displayed by the browser. So now when you run this program in the web browser, the output you get is displayed here. As you can see in this output page, you can see only the two texts, Welcome to SJC, and this is a single line comment. All other lines which was given in the green color, that is the comment line, is ignored by the web browser. The web browser automatically will understand that it is a comment line and it will ignore to display it on the web page. Now next thing, we will learn about the multiple line comment. Multiple lines of comment can also be used in the HTML. The same syntax is followed, but the thing is the opening and the closing, it has to be given. So the comment starts from the angle bracket and you can give multiple lines of comment and the comment will again end with a closing angle bracket. So this is a sample of the multiple line comments, same as the previous example. Here the only change is you can see that the comments are given in two different lines. The first line, it just contains the heading tag, and in the second line you can see it won't be displayed by the browser. Now again in this program, in the output you can see only the two lines, Welcome to SJC, and this is a multi-line comment. So when you run this in the web browser, you can see an output like this. Next, we will learn about another interesting tag called as the horizontal rule. The HR tag, which stands for the horizontal rule, is used to define a thematic break in an HTML page. The HR tag is an empty tag and does not require any end tag. It is basically used to separate content. This example explains the HTML headings with horizontal. Here is a sample program with heading tags and a horizontal rule. You can see three different headings are displayed here. I like HTML, I like CSS, and I like JavaScript. Now you can see there is a HR tag which is inserted between I like HTML and heading 2. And also there is another HR tag which is inserted between I like CSS and heading 3. Now when you save this file and run it in a browser, you can see two lines running between the headings. We can see the output in the next. As you can see here, in the output, there is a heading 1, I like HTML, and there is a horizontal line running between the two texts. So this is how the horizontal line can be drawn in your web page. You can use this to segregate your content into different sections. Next, we will learn about an important tag called as the paragraph tag. The paragraph tag in HTML defines a paragraph. These have both opening and closing tags. So anything mentioned within the P and the /P is treated as a paragraph. A paragraph is a block level element, so a new paragraph always begins on a new line. And browsers naturally put some space before and after a paragraph to make it look neat and easy to read. If a user adds multiple spaces, the browser reduces them to a single space. If a user adds multiple lines, the browser reduces them to a single line. Now you can see the syntax of a paragraph here. It starts with a p tag and the content, which will be the actual paragraph you're going to display, and it should end with the closing p tag, that is /p. Now in this slide, we can see the example of a paragraph tag. There is a heading tag h1 and followed by paragraph 1 text. Now you can see that the paragraph 1 by default comes in the next line. This is because a paragraph will always start in a fresh line. So this is the use of a paragraph tag. So as you can see, all the paragraphs, they start in the new line in this program. Next, we will learn about the break tag. Line breaks allow you to decide whether the text will break on a line or continue to the end of the window. A BR is an empty element, meaning that it may contain attribute, but it does not contain any content. The BR tag marks the end of the line. The BR element does not have any closing tag. Now we can see in this example, there is a heading called H1 and then a paragraph starts with P tag, and in between you can see a BR tag, that is the break tag, then the text line 2, then again a break tag and line 3 and again a break tag and with the 4 dots. Finally, the P tag has been closed. Now when you look at the right hand side, this is how the output will look like. The heading 1 and then you can see the paragraph 1 is displayed and then line 2, line 3 are all appearing in the next line. This is because of the break tag we have used in this program. Next, we will look at the marquee tag. It is one of the interesting tags. The marquee HTML tag is a non-standard HTML tag element which is used to scroll an image or a text horizontally or vertically in a web page. In simple words, you can say that it scrolls the image or text up, down, left or right automatically. Marquee tag was first introduced in early versions of Microsoft's Internet Explorer. You can see the syntax of marquee tag here. It starts with opening tag called as the marquee. Then at the end you can see the closing tag. In between you can just fill in with the text you wanted to rotate it in the HTML page. There are two important attributes in a marquee tag. One is called the behavior and another one is called the direction. The behavior, it facilitates user to set the behavior of the marquee to one of the three different types, that is scrolling, sliding and alternate. Mostly we will be using the scroll type. You would have seen in many websites, few texts, they scroll from one end of the web page to the other end of the web page. They keep scrolling throughout the web page. And the direction, Second attribute is the direction. It defines the direction for scrolling text. It may be left or towards the right or towards the upper side or towards the downward. Now, this is an example of a scroll marquee. Now you can see we have given a marquee tag and the text given is, this is an example of a scroll marquee with an ending marquee tag. Now only this is the coding we are going to use it in a sample. Now when you run this, the output will look like. Can you see in this video the text? This is an example of a scroll marquee. It is scrolling from right to left. Now this is the default direction of a marquee tag. This text will keep on scrolling in the same direction. Now in this example, we can see that we have given the marquee tag with the attribute direction which is equal to right. It means that the scrolling text will move towards the right side. It starts from left and moves towards the right side. You can see in this video that the text is moving towards the right side. So this is how the output will look like. Dear learners, we have seen about the HTML heading tag, comments, the paragraph tag, marquee tag, horizontal rule and break tag in this video. Hope you found this video useful. Thank you.